My name is Gabe Zollner. I was watching Fox News and they had Cavuto on. You know, Cavuto is that little chubby guy that talks about money. And he had a guest on and they were talking about the rumors that are taking place in Washington right now. And I guess the rumors are that Congress is contemplating finding more revenue. And one of the ways they're going to look to find more revenue is possibly get rid of the mortgage deduction. Now what's interesting is that Obama had said that he's not going to raise taxes to affect the middle class, right? He just wants to go after the big boys and make $250,000 and over. Well, who do you think is going to be affected if he gets rid of the mortgage deduction? The middle class. The poor people don't have houses, they're renting. The rich people don't worry about houses. So it's the middle class. You know that group that's not going to be affected? They're the ones that are going to get affected. That's it. And what's going to happen? Real estate is just starting to inch up. It's starting to do a slight recovery. As soon as this thing gets passed, and as soon as the mortgage deduction is gone, guess what's going to happen to the real estate market? Guess what's going to happen to every market? I mean, this is insane. But see, this is what happens when you have someone in the White House who probably, never mind probably, but he shouldn't be there. I don't believe he was elected by the people, and I believe that voter fraud ran rampant as it did in 2008, which is why he's there. But you know, there's two special people that we have to thank for Obama, and that isn't his mother and whoever his father is. Those two special people are both Harry Reid and Nancy Pelosi. Why? Well, they vetted him. Now, what's interesting is how can you vet someone that you know nothing about? That's a question that I think has to be asked to both of them, hopefully under oath. And the other thing that has to happen is that there has to be a movement where the swing states, the votes in the swing states, especially the ones that are mailed in, you know, the ballots, absentee ballots, those have to be verified. And although that might sound like an insurmountable task, I don't really believe that it is. And they have to be verified for a number of reasons. Right now, this morning I heard on Fox News, actually it was on, I think, Western Center Journalism. They had a video clip and they were talking about some members of, I guess, the government in Troy, Michigan. I think 8 of them were charged with voter fraud and 4 have already pleaded guilty. And it's all to do with absentee ballots. Those are the easiest ones to forge. And I have little doubt that the Obama administration wasn't aware of that, you know what I mean? And I think that if Florida, for example, is reviewed, when I say reviewed, the absentee ballots are verified, we're going to find massive, massive voter fraud. And we're going to probably find that Congressman Allen West will still remain Congressman Allen West. And we'll also find that Governor Romney will have won Florida. The next state should be Pennsylvania. And then we should do Wisconsin. And then we should do, after Wisconsin, how about, I don't know, how about Ohio? Virginia. Yeah. Those states, and each and every one of those states, have to have all of the absentee ballots verified as being authentic. And then we'll know the real will of the people. Because right now, I think what we know is the will of the Chicago machinery. And that simply ain't good enough for me. Now guys, I can't do this alone. Okay? If I could, I would. I need you to sit on your congressman's desk if you have to. Sit on your senator's desk if you have to. And demand that all of those key swing states have their absentee ballots verified. Let's take one at a time. And if we can't find sufficient fraud in Florida, well, maybe we'll shut it down. But I think that's not going to happen. I think you will find sufficient fraud in Florida. And then you'll find it in Ohio, and you'll find it in Pennsylvania, and you'll find it in Wisconsin, all the key swing states. You know, I mean, think about it. How is it possible that Obama got 10 million less votes this year than he did in the 2008 election? How is it possible that Governor Romney got less votes than McCain? And that's insane. That's completely and utterly insane. Anyway, I think what's going to happen is we're going to wake up January 1st and we're going to find that mortgage deductibility will be gone. and he will nail the people that are over 250, and he will name Ambassador Susan Rice as the new Secretary of State. So, we want this country to go down the drain, let him stay there. You don't want it to go down the drain? Demand that there's a recount. Thanks.